The biggest journey of my life, physically and probably emotionally too. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, legends. Australia is calling. I'm in the snail van and I'm about to do the 131 miles to Heathrow Airport. My epic 1-month journey across South Australia begins now. It's going to be a good year, 2026. Come with me then. For service station fans, I've just stopped at Baldock Services. I'm about an hour and a half into my journey. Probably grab a coffee, to be fair, while I'm here. I did decide on a coffee, white coffee, and had a chat with some BTP boys in there and reminded them there's no trains in Baldock Services. Believe it or not, it's snowing! I'm actually leaving the UK as it's snowing. Chewy's put the snail van into warp speed.
At Park Street roundabout, take the second exit.
So I've done a meet and greet parking, meaning that I've got to get down to terminal level 2 at terminal 4. Let's go and find the team. Well, I made it. I'm here at terminal 4, Heathrow. Just pulled up in the car parking space, been directed to park my car here. The plan is to hand the keys to Mr. Man, hand the parking thing to Mr. Man, get me cases out and away we go. Maple Parking is the company that I've used, and actually there is a 13% off link in the description of the video, so you can get yourself 13% off Maple Parking. Now, I'm parked with them from the 1st of January till the 24th of January, and that's cost me £165. Works out about £5 a day at Heathrow Airport. Good old trusty old snail. Good going. That was nice and simple. I'm in the lift now to level 4, which is departures. Give my keys over, give me a ticket, and he's going to take the snail somewhere safe. Now, the snail is not ULEZ compliant. Checked in, nice and easy. Team at Qatar Airways, always good, to be fair. My luggage, however, my luggage on the way there, I've got 35 kilograms. My luggage on the way back, 25. No idea why. I asked the chap and he said, no, it's just the ticket you've got. But anyway, I can put it in my hold luggage. Right, now to do the fun bit, which is security. That was really easy. Straight through security, straight through check-in. My gate is like gate 24 or something, which is a 20-minute walk. I mean, I am mega early, so I'm going to grab something to eat, have a wander around, go to the loo, and then find the gate. I've decided a Wetherspoons breakfast is the order of the day. The holy grail of all airports. The Wetherspoons. I'm in a lift going to view Heathrow, the observation deck. I've got like an hour to kill. Let's see what we can see. I feel like I probably shouldn't be here. There's nobody else here. At view Heathrow. I take it all back, actually. That was quite interesting, and I could see my plane. I could see my luggage going on. Time-wasting waffle. I bloody love these. Travelator. Yep, little things for little minds. Me on my Travelator. for the first time ever, I've boarded a plane, and I'm one of the first people on. Doha, made it, tarmac. 6.5 hours done. Now to transit then, my stopover is about 2 hours, it's not too bad. So yeah, transit, 2 hours. Stopover in Doha, actually I'm getting on the plane in about an hour and 20 minutes, so it's not going to be too bad at all. It's a beautiful airport, this Hamad International Airport, it really is. So I've got to go through security and all that sort of stuff again, and immigration, but yeah, I'll have to pick my bags up. Things I wish I could get on the old duty free. One Maserati, please. I don't know why this guy looks so shocked. What's up, mate? Through security again, and in my gate now for my trip to Adelaide. So I'm in Doha, I'm about to get on my plane. In fact, it's over there, you can see it. Bit of a nuisance, filled my water bottle up and had to get the water bottle gone again. I filled it up opposite the gate. Anyway, I'm going to charge up, recharge. It's going to be a long flight, this one. This is the killer, isn't it? This is the sort of 14 hours. Now I'm boarding my plane to Adelaide. Hooray! Zone 1 again, so I'm getting on first. Again! That was the worst flight of my life. At about 5 hours in, I was like, get me off this plane. Well, I passed immigration and border control, they let me in. I had to get me bags. Panda. Been met at the airport by my mate, and now I'm going to go pick my car up, which is a couple of stops away on a bus. East Coast Rentals, just south of the airport. I've got my keys, and actually they gave me an option to chop the Kia Picanto in for something a little bit bigger engined, something with a bit better aircon and sat-nav. Still Japanese. Not Korean, but Japanese. It's my Suzuki Swift. I think it's a 1.3 or 1.4 auto petrol. There it is. That's what I've got. That is my hack now for the next sort of month. I did pay an extra $115 to take out breakdown assistance, because that'd be bonkers not to. Anyway, I'm going to have a look around the car, make sure I document any damage, get the stuff in the car, and then go check in. So I got a bit of damage on the front grille there, some damage to this wing here. That's not a major issue, is it? There's a crack or a scrawk here in this alloy. Got another scrawk in the alloy. This is the driver's side alloy. Yep. There's a scratch in this wing just there, but that's not a major issue. Quite a big dent in this door, but just to document it. This is what you all want to see, isn't it? My Suzuki. It's done 74,843 kilometres. It's got CarPlay, it's got nav, which is good. It's an auto, which is even better. It's nice and clean inside, to be fair. There's some parrots singing outside. See if I can get this sound up. Yeah, that's fine. Right, where do I go from there then? I've got a funny feeling I'm not going to like this sat-nav, so I'm glad I've got my Google Maps with me. I have made it to my hotel, the Adelaide Inn, which is somewhere I'm staying for about 10 nights. The parking situation is unusual in that they've got 8 parking spaces that you don't need to pay for, right? Then they've got like 40 that are reserved and they're $10 a night. I'm going to have to pay because there's no parking. I don't want to park on the street. So that's an extra I didn't expect. But anyway, let's go check in. I'm all checked in. I've actually managed to nab myself some free parking. Winner, winner. Shout out to Rudy at the Adelaide Inn. This is my room for the next 10 nights. Yeah, well, no, 11 nights. I'll check it on the 12th. It's a queen room. It's got aircon, thank God. Bit dated, but it does the job. It's not in the quiet wing where the pool is and the breakfast room is, like it was last time. I have stayed here before. Telly, good. Bar, water, wardrobe, bathroom. It's actually got a full-size bath, which is good, and a queen-size bed. And for me, on my own, perfect. Well, that's it then. End of day 1, and I have just got into bed. I say day 1, day probably 2 really, isn't it? And I am absolutely knackered, but also massively jet lagged and now can't sleep. Anyway, the snail then performed well. The journey down from home to Heathrow was fine. Took 2.5 hours. I stopped at Baldock Services on the way. I had a cup of coffee, winner, winner. The handover with Maple Parking at Heathrow, absolutely seamless. I mean, I say that, I don't know where my van is. It could be being ragged around the M25 as we speak. I don't know. But I gave the keys to the bloke. It's all paid for. £5 a day, effectively, it's cost me. The first plane journey was fine. I got checked in like 3 minutes for the first plane journey. Got on. First time I've been on the plane first. Then the second plane journey was the worst plane journey of my life. It really was horrible. The food was absolutely abysmal. Take a look at this. What is that? I mean, inedible, to be honest with you. But I saw some good things on the camera, and I just listened to some naff relaxation music. I think I had Sounds of Africa on. I had hardly any sleep. But the girl next to me was Australian, kind of. She's been living in Australia for 6 years, and she's from Stamford, just down the road. So, small world. But yeah, that flight was 13 hours and 40 minutes. And yeah, I looked at my watch, or the thing, and I'd got 6 hours left. And at that point, I thought, please kill me. Yeah, but we landed. My friend met me. If you don't know, my best friend lives out here in Australia, which is part of the reason I've come to Adelaide. As you've seen, I've got checked in. I've got my car. The car's nice. It drives nicely. I'll be bringing you, obviously, road footage from road journeys and driving around Adelaide when I get set up. But I just wanted to get to my hotel and get a shower because I stank. Got to my hotel. You've had a look round. It does the job. The bed's nice and comfy. And then had a shower, and I've been out tonight with my friend. I've had a few pints already. Had some chips. And now it is time for bed. Tomorrow, 38 degrees it gives. So it's going to be a warm one. I'm just going to chill out tomorrow. We're having a barbecue. I'm going to go to the beach. We're going to see Billy, who is my mate's dog. And then Monday, I'm going to the car museum, South Australian Car Museum, I think Monday. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. It's a bit rough and ready. I know it's rough and ready. I know it's not polished to my usual standards, but I'm trying to do it as we go. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you enjoying this so far? What would you like to see? Are you in Australia? What would you recommend? I've got a week really in North Adelaide. Then I'm hitting the road to go up to sort of Melbourne. I might not hit Sydney. I don't know, but there's loads of stuff planned. Anyway, it's a scorcher out here. Oh, hey, no, I need to tell you about this. I went to lunch or evening meal with my mate, sat there having a few pints outside, and we have seen some gorgeous cars already. Ferraris, Maseratis, Lamborghinis, some Jaguars, a Daimler, Corvettes, and I'm going to put some stuff in as I'm talking to you here. Just some of the stuff I've seen. So I think I'm going to have a good time here in Australia. If you haven't already liked, please like. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. Come with me on this journey. Again, it's going to be rough and ready. And I'll probably do a proper video when I get home. But until next time, thanks for watching. See you later. Thanks for watching this latest video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, I've selected a couple more videos for you, especially on this page. You might enjoy those, and don't forget to subscribe to always keep up to date with the channel.